Let me just set up my screen real quick because this always does a goofy thing. Just give me 2 seconds. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining me tonight. All right, there we go. Hi, welcome. Come on in and craft. If you, this is really not a heavy evening of instruction. So if you have a craft and you can sit there and sew and do something along with me, that would be fantastic. I'd love to do that and see a picture and hear what you're working on at home. Using this time on Sunday nights to recalibrate for the week. Just spend some time relaxing and talking about, we have a couple things tonight. First, just a couple things I want to mention, and I actually wrote them down so that I wouldn't forget them. Tonight, I am showing my first ever wine glass that I did with resin. I have for a long time painted and gifted wine glasses to probably everyone. Gifted to everyone. But I decided to, I've been like stalking people's websites who do resin photo, the bottom of their glasses in resin. So I'm going to reveal a wine glass I've been working on. So this is the original glass that I'm starting with. I don't even know. It's probably not a wine glass. It's probably a champagne flute. But I had a whole bunch of them. So I took this and I'm converting it into something really cool. So that will be my first reveal tonight when we get to the resin portion. And that will be my first ever. The other thing is I want to show a couple of reveals of things that are sitting in molds around my room. And also we're going to spend the last 10 minutes making a bumblebee tumbler. Last week when I made a lava lamp tumbler with turtles, I talked about people who make the lava lamp so that it looks like honey. This was the one from last week. So I'm going to make a honey one so that you can check out the color and give me a chance to show how to make a lava lamp again. And I'm going to let you guys pick the design that we'll use for the big. And then we'll make the honey color and all that. So first, Happy Easter! So this is a tiny mold from my desk, tiny. And when we did some mixing like last week or the week before, I put them in pink. And today I hooked them up on these little earrings, on the earring hardware. So happy Easter to all my peeps. I know that was terrible. That was like a dad joke. But anyway, super tiny mold. Probably took like a teaspoon worth of resin in here. Like I said, the pink one that we mixed maybe a week or two ago, and then put it on the hardware, and it's super cute. One of the things that I do on this page is anything that I make as a demo. And here's some more pink. I've also made a pair of stud earrings out of the pink in this tiny mold. Is that when I have all this mold left over and I pour it in all this resin left over and I pour it in tiny molds, I want to give this stuff away. I cannot. Hi, Mike. Hi. I didn't think he was coming today. Mike is a busy man. Thank you for saying hi. Happy Easter. I have all these pieces left over after I've demoed them for you and poured them in molds. So if you see something you like, I want to send these to you. No strings attached. There's no catch. I just can't possibly keep them all. Hi, Pat. Yeah, like the bunnies? Oh, they're so cute. Bunnies. So if you like these, I will mail them to you. If you like these, I will mail them to you. I just need you to mention it. So what I thought I would do real quick is spend 2 seconds, show a couple pieces. If somebody likes it, you can claim it. I'll mail it to you. Don't put your address in the chat, but if you DM me your address, I will mail you a piece. If you pick a larger piece, like a keychain or a bookmark or something, I'll put your name on it. So I really want you to check them out. So just so you know, we have peep earrings. I have these earrings. Let's pick a different color. And blue ones. Anybody likes any of those? Claim them. I will definitely send them to you. So a couple things I have to reveal. I have a wine glass. I say it's a wine glass. I was testing the stem. Maybe it's a champagne flute. But it's a very cool glass. And I've been watching people pour. This is a mold for a coaster. And then you put the wine glass in there. So I haven't plucked it out of the mold yet. I'm going to do that right now because I wanted to share it with you guys. But here it is. So let's pull it out and see what it looks like. Anyway, here we go. So there is the glass. I am loving this. This is super cool. Hi, Lorraine. Lorraine has entered the room. Okay, Lorraine, you gave me these glasses. These were glasses from a yard sale or something like that. And I've been waiting to figure out what to do with them. So I'm glad you're in here. Here's what I did. I took a coaster mold. I put a little drop of resin in the bottom. This glass, see how there's always this little bubble here in the bottom of a glass? I filled that with resin by itself. And then I plopped this glass in the mold, so it looked like this. I'm going to send out, I'm going to post instructions on how to do this. I put resin in that spot. Then I put it here in the coaster mold. And then I filled it with 2 different colors. Apparently tonight is black and gold colors, because I'm also doing a bumblebee lava tumbler in a couple of minutes. And then I let the coaster cure. So this is flat. I don't have that groove that I have in a regular, glass, because I filled it with resin. And then I poured 2 colors in here and ended up with this fantastic attached bottom. Now, if you Google this activity, people are so creative with the multiple colors that they put in and with the shapes of the coasters that you're using. I have like really rough edge coasters. I have heart-shaped coasters. I could see using a heart-shaped coaster and putting like a white and silver glitter or white and metallic, silver metallic, and using them for like bride and groom glasses. I also, because they're entirely resin on the bottom, you know, at the very bottom when you're finishing it, you could put like, you know, refill required on the bottom for a bachelorette party or something like that. So these are really fantastic. And if you have any leftover glasses somewhere, this is a great, I love this. I only made one because I really wasn't sure how it was going to come out. But when I say it's not going to pop off the bottom of this glass, it's really beautiful. So you could color code them for a bridal party. You could do a birthday. You could put messaging all around the side here. I love these. And now, by the way, I have like 50 of them because Lorraine gave them to me from some party of some sort. And that's what we started with. There you go. So now we have resin wine glass bottoms. They're fantastic. The other thing I wanted to pop out of some molds is I made some worry stones. I poured these like 2 lives ago, never popped them out for everybody to see. But here's that white and silver glitter that I was talking about that would look really, really good at the bottom of a wine glass. Right, so I'm going to plop this one out too just so you can see it. So it's really very nice. So there's a worry stone. Who's worried? Why am I always to the wrong side of the camera? I don't know where the camera is, I guess. And then we did this one time too for a color. We did a color mix. And there's that worry stone. That's really nice. There's also, they're so smooth. It's very satisfying to play with them. And then I have this brown one, but I didn't have enough to fill this one. So it's like really, really thin because it was when we were alive and I was running out of resin. I poured it. I forget what I even poured. Okay, so 2 more things because we're in black and mold. When I did this wine glass and it was done, I had a couple molds left over, so I poured them into the wine charm and to make a black and gold wine charm. Oh my god, a black and gold wine. Straw charm, so that it could go on the tumbler that we're doing the honey lava tumbler with. So because it would match. So there's that. So I just plucked that out of there. 2 more things I want to show you in the molds before I switch over to the lava tumbler. I wanted to show you a couple more of these pieces so that if anybody wants one, tell me and I'll put your name on them. What's the reverse image, Mike? Was I showing something in reverse? I don't know what that means. Okay, so I have a couple pieces left over from last time that people didn't claim and I didn't put their name on. So if you like any of these, it's square with pink, really nice distribution in the glitter. It's super nice piece. I can put your name on it and make you a keychain. There's a white one that shaped like a flower. And I do have another skull left. If anybody wants it, you might have seen the skull floating around on my page. So if anybody wants their name and interesting little hardware attached to these, let me know. Send me a DM and I will send it to you. I also wanted to show you this piece, this resin piece that I made. I was experimenting with gradations of glitter. So in this bookmark is very, very fine glitter, a little bit chunkier glitter in the center, and then really, really chunky pieces, and then clear. So I did oh, you're saying that's why I'm always going in the wrong direction. Because you're reversed on the screen. Okay. Anyway, there's a gradation bookmark that I actually made this already for someone, so I don't have this one to give, but messing with gradations on all that glitter that I got in the mail and the glitter that I have, I'm taking like different sizes, and it really comes out pretty. You can see that gradation in there. So I just wanted to share that because honestly, the first time I did this, it was a disaster. It was horrible. And it was just all the glitter mixed together. I think I now have it like figured out on how to do the glitter gradation. And then one last piece that I did this because it's baseball season. I don't have a child in baseball anymore. We're beyond those years, but I still love it. So I made this baseball mom keychain. Baseball mom. See that? Out of one of the pieces from the other day. It's attached to all the necessities a baseball mom needs. A beer opener and a flashlight to get to your car in the dark, as well as a pom-pom. So if you know a baseball mom, you can share this over to her page. I'll be happy to mail this to any baseball mom because we're kindred spirits. So there you go. All right, so now let me see if I have any questions first. Anybody has any questions, shoot them in there. Also, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from so I know that you're here. Okay, I'm going to switch over to 8:12. Just trying to keep track of the time. So I think you can see my workspace here. I'm going to switch over to making a lava tumbler. You're not going to see me entirely. You'll see just part of me, but as long as you can see my workspace, that's really what I want to see, what I want you to see. I'm going to make a bumblebee honey. It's going to look like it's filled with honey and it's going to have bees. So there are two options here. This one says, always be your own queen bee with bees and honeycomb. You can see the detail on that. And then the second one says, be humble and kind, also with honeycombs. So I'm going to use one of these two. Just tell me which one you like. Watch out, QVC. Dana Collins, I get all this from your grandmother. Okay. So pick one. Always be queen bee. Be humble and kind. And whichever one that you guys pick, that's the one I'll put on when I'm done mixing the lava. So here you go. All right. So just to start from the top, this is a lava tumbler. That it's a double-walled tumbler. You can buy double-walled tumblers at the store and drill a hole only through one side, or you can buy them already with the hole. And I would say that's probably the way to go. When you open the cup, inside the cup is the plug, because after you get all the gunk in the cup, you're going to have to plug it up. So what I always do is I always put this in the same spot every time I'm working on them, because you don't want to lose them. All right, so there's your tumbler. And what we're going to fill it with is 100% vegetable glycerin. I put it in this condiment bottle because it's way easier to get it. It's way easier to get it in the hole of the cup. Put it in the condiment bottle and then fill the cup. But what I want to do first is I want to color this so that it looks like honey. Humble and kind. Who said that? Sarah! Sarah, just for that, I'm going to give this to you when I see you on Tuesday. All right, so we're going to put like 3 drops of yellow. No. We're going to have to put 6 drops of yellow. There's a lot in there. And then we're going to put 2 drops of like amber. And see what this comes out, if it looks like honey or not. I have about 3/4 of a cup, maybe a cup of vegetable glycerin in this thing. And I don't even know if I need that much to fill the tumbler with. That's still pretty yellowy. I don't want it to be like sunshine. I want it to be like, you know, honeybee. Well, I guess that's all right. I want to add a little bit more amber. One. All right. Yeah, so you can cut. All right, let me start over. Vegetable glycerin is organic, so you can put food coloring in it, but I didn't have gold food coloring. I only had yellow and amber resin dye, and you can use resin dye in oil, so that was fine. So I'm coloring it with resin dye, but I'm trying to make it a honey color, so I'm trying to get it a little darker. What do you think? It still kind of looks not like resin. I mean, not like honey. It's too yellow, which you know what? I don't like. Right. Almost good. There's a lot of glycerin in this, so. So last week when we were making this one, the one with the turtles, and the glycerin looked like water. Oh, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. That's much more honey looking. I forgot what I was going to tell you for that one. I got sidetracked. I'm so worried about the color. Okay, so now that we have this a good honey color. Oh, I know, I colored it. I was going to say, the last one I colored before we started. This one I want you to see the option of coloring it with resin dye, so that's why I waited until tonight. All right, so now all we're going to do is go into this hole, and we're going to fill it with that yellow. It's already looking like honey. It's so thick. So this has bubbles in it because I just shook the heck out of it, but they'll all dissipate out of the glycerin. After I make it and leave the hole open overnight, it will. Degas is the word, but the last time I said that in front of one of our watchers, she said I need to degas myself. Okay. I'm going to fill this like a third, probably half the way. Last time when I did the turtle one, I took up too much of the surface area and it blocked a lot of the flowing water. So this time I wanted to make sure that we have a really nice wide one. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I made the suggestion that they had a Winnie the Pooh sticker, and that would be great with the honey color. But I couldn't find it when I went back to shop more. That's how I ended up with these bees. It's almost in there, so you can see how that's going. Hopefully you can see it. It's a little light, but that's all right. I can always add color into the cup. I don't want to do that now while you're sitting here waiting for something to see this materialize. So while I'm doing that, love the blue color from last week. Thank you, Lorraine. Lorraine has a red, I think I used it on a tutorial on my YouTube page. She has a red snow globe tumbler that had the beach on it. I think it said the beach is my happy place or something like that. Trying to get everybody some cool craft of some kind to deliver to them, because they do appreciate all of this support that everyone's been getting. I've been wanting to have a craft footprint for a really long time, which just reminds me that there's a YouTube channel under my name, and it's at Annette's Creative Corner, and I have tutorials on there and all kinds of classes and tips for a whole variety of crafts. Mostly resin right now, but I'm populating it with a whole bunch of other crafts. All right, so let me put the plug in and see how this goes. Hey, I have dropped very few things today, which is like remarkable. All right, so put that plug in. Ooh, that is looking like honey. Come on, that's so good. Look at that. Oh, Sarah's going to love this. Sarah's going to take this to school and all the kids are going to want it. Okay. Now, I'm putting this, I'm going to use the Humble and Kind sticker. It matches really well. And I'm gonna, but what I have to do is, because when I was pouring this in, if any of that oil got onto this outside of the tumbler, it really will, it will push the UV DTF sticker off the surface. So I'm gonna rub it with alcohol to get any oils off of this. And then I'm gonna dry it. You just don't want any conflicting materials under that sticker, because it will diminish the durability. All right. That is looking so good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, here's my handy dandy cup holder. I'm going to put this sticker, now you'll see, I think I mentioned this before, you'll see on TikTok people do this whole fancy shenanigans to get the sticker on, and they use they tint the back of the sticker and all kinds of goofiness. I'm just going to pull the whole sticker off at once. I'm sorry if I am missing any questions, because I can't see the screen right now, but at the very end I will go back to them and answer any that you might have sitting on there. Oh boy. Get the sticker off. There we go. Okay, so what happens is, see how these are all different pieces? You want to make sure as you're pulling the back of this sticker off that every piece is coming with you. So I do it very slowly. If a piece stays behind on the back of the sticker, you want to make sure you go back and get it. This came off really nicely. I have to just turn this a little. And then center. Looking good. And then there you go. Now for these stickers, they look good like that, but there's actually a film over the whole top of the sticker, and that film needs to come off. So after you adhere these, and these are, can I just tell you, these are so inexpensive. You get like 12 for like $9 or something. They are really durable. Of course, I always would say a handmade cup, hand wash, any kind of handmade item, just because the heat in the dishwasher is too brutal. But this does take a fairly good beating. I've been using the my Valentine's Day one for obviously 2 months now, and it's been fantastic. It stays together really well, and the sticker stays on the whole bit. Okay, so now you'll see here the film that I'm taking off. And this is honestly like the most fun part. And that's like so satisfying to come off. But this is what really makes it look like not a sticker. It looks like it's printed on the cup. All right, there you go. And then what'll happen is, after the bubbles come out of here, I'm going to take this plug. I'm going to put UV resin over it and hit it with the UV light. That will seal in the fluid. But again, if it ever broke open or leaks, it's not toxic, so it wouldn't hurt anybody. You know, if a pet breaks it or a child breaks it, you should be in good shape. Or if an adult breaks it, you know. And there you go. It's really adorable. Now, one more thing. What time is it? All right. One more thing I wanted to show you as it relates to these tumblers is that I have been obsessed lately with the straws. The straws of the tumblers, okay? So now I have 1,000 different kinds of straws, from these great colored metallic ones, and they're like rainbow colors all the way around, to black ones, plastic, clear ones, plastic. There's like all different kinds, but the accessories to them are terrific. So for this tumbler, this is a plastic tumbler. I think this one came with plastic straws. It would be this straw right here. I have these caps now that I love decorating the top with. For this one, I would probably use this cap. And since it's going to Sarah and she's, you know, an adult, I might not put like something goofy on there. But I do have goofy ones too now. These came in the mail the other day if you watched my mail opening. And these go on here and that goes on the top. I wish there was a bee one because that would be awesome. But there are like little flowers that might match. I don't know. It doesn't really match. But anyway, different tops. And then if you're going to use the metal ones, look at these. So everybody hates the metal ones because they hurt your teeth. Well, now they have these. Well, I say now. They always have, but it just took me a while to get them to match my tumblers. They have plastic that goes on the metal straws so that they don't hit your teeth. The metal doesn't hit your teeth. Genius, right? I mean, what are we doing with our time if we're not inventing these things? I also got these bags so I can gift straws. I don't know. Honestly, it's a sickness. Okay. So I think that's like everything that I wanted to cover. We got to see a couple little crafts. We got to make one. I showed you my straw obsession that I'm doing lately. And I wanted to just remind you that you can craft or do a tutorial at any time on my YouTube. There's I think 104 videos out there now. So there's lessons, there's tips, there's just project reveals, there's different colors. And just feel free to reach out to me if you want to see anything else. I'm going to do this on Sundays at 8 o'clock. So if you want to come back next week, next week we're doing, next week I'm doing sublimation with infusible ink, which is taking an ink sheet and decorating a makeup bag. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do a charm that goes on the zipper of the makeup bag. And this is a great one. I am going to demo a ribbon printer. Well, it comes on Thursday. I'm going to hopefully learn it by Sunday, and then I'm going to demo a ribbon printer for you. It's a lot like a label maker, but instead of a roll of labels in the machine, it is a roll of ribbon, and the ribbon comes out. So you can make it as long as you want. So let's say it said, happy birthday, Mom. The ribbon can keep saying happy birthday, Mom, for as long as you want the ribbon to be, and then cut it off. And it's a ribbon printer. Yeah. So I bought one of those. It's coming. I'm going to learn it, and then I'm going to demo it on Sunday so if y'all can see what it looks like. I don't know. So that's it. Thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. If you have any questions, DM me. If you want any pieces, I will mail them to you, except for Sarah Quartz. I'm going to bring this to rehearsal for you. And thank you, everybody, for spending some time with me. Have a great week. See you soon. Take care.